Welcome back. I've got a couple of picks to announce for you. Right now, the Kansas City Chiefs are on the clock with the 58th pick, but it is in. We're waiting for it to come in. The Seattle Seahawks took Dwayne Eskridge, wide receiver, Western Michigan. And I think that was a good choice because they needed a wide receiver, but I thought they would go with a linebacker or guard. But that's kind of a surprise pick to me, though. And the LA Rams took Tutu Atwell, wide receiver, Louisville, and they needed a wide receiver because they don't have quarterback Jared Goff is now with the Lions, and Matt Stafford's now with the Rams, so he's going to do well with them. And I think Stafford struggled with the Lions last year. Now the Chiefs, I think they're going to take a wide receiver with this pick, and we'll find out right now. From Will Shields, 2015 Pro Football Hall of Fame inductee. And they have selected Nick Bolton, linebacker, Missouri. Well, this was one of the top three I had talked about last night, and I thought the Browns would take a linebacker, but they will take one, but it won't be Nick Bolton. But it's Nick Bolton, linebacker, Missouri, but the Browns won't be taking him because the Kansas City Chiefs just took him. And I think that might have been a good pick for him because they do need a linebacker. And now we're up to the 59th pick of the draft. The Carolina Panthers are back on the clock. And Carolina, they want to improve on their record from last season. And that was the first time we heard from both the Rams and Chiefs. Did not hear from them last night. But Carolina Panthers were 5-11 last year. They now have quarterback Sam Darnold, former Jets quarterback, with GM Scott Fitter. Their pass block win rate was 23rd in the NFL. Now they were 5-11, and then 8-1 score losses they had, and I think they're going to go with this pick, either a defensive end or a linebacker. I say, because they do need a defensive end and they do need a linebacker. So we will see what they go with. And yeah, we have not seen. I meant to say that. They just mentioned now. I'm going to mention no quarterbacks have gone off the board yet tonight in round two. And I think we knew that was going to happen. I think we knew. The draft is in commercials where Carolina's still on the clock. They took cornerback J.C. Horn last night, South Carolina, with pick number 8 in the first round. And I say they're going to go with either a defensive end or a linebacker with this pick because they do need a defensive end, and they want to improve on that record from that 5-11 record from last year and hopefully try to get back to the playoffs. But Carolina needs to rebuild their defense. Their defense was just not good last year, and they struggled a lot, and they just could not really get it together. But it was 5-11. It was a kind of a fair mediocre season for the Panthers last year, and I just feel that the Panthers need a lot of help in a lot of areas. So that's why I'm saying, and I'm going to say it again, I think they're going to go with a defensive end or a linebacker. So we shall see what they go with, and we will see what they go with, and I just feel they will try to really they want to improve on that records on their 5-11 record, but they struggled. But even though they won 5 games, they want to win more than just 5 games, and that's why I think they're going to be a team that tries to make some moves. And the Panthers pick is in. We're waiting for it in just a few moments to come in. So we will find out who they have taken in just a few moments. And I'm really interested to see. And I really feel this is one. This has really been a surprise. Not a surprise that not a quarterback has gone off the board. And I really think we all knew that was going to be something that was going to happen tonight. And I just really feel that that was one of the Browns, one of the things that was going to happen. We don't know. Maybe a quarterback up will go off the board tonight. Maybe not. We don't know. We'll have to wait and see in this round or in the next round, round 3. Because we've only got 3 or 4 picks left in this second round. So we're coming down this the home stretch in round 2. So, and so we will be, and the draft has returned. And I really think and it's 50 degrees here in Cleveland. A very chilly night here in Cleveland is right. And but the Panthers pick is in. We're still waiting for it to come in. And the Panthers were third in the NFC South last year, but they want to improve on that 5-11 record, and they want to try to get back to the playoffs. And they've got they signed Pat Elfin, a guard, and offensive tackle Cameron Irving during the offseason. So we're going to find out what the pick is, who they have taken in just a few moments. I think we're about to find out right now who the Panthers have picked. We're going to find out right now. With the 59th pick. NFL Draft, the Carolina Panthers select Terrence Jr., wide receiver, LSU. And they have selected Terrence Marshall Jr., wide receiver, LSU. Whoa! It's a surprise pick, but yet not a surprise. And I really think it is a surprise, but yet it's not a surprise. But I think this was one we knew I think was going to happen. And the New Orleans Saints. The New Orleans Saints are back on the clock. And they took Peyton Turner, defensive end, last night in the first round in Houston. They were 12-4 last season. They were first in the NFC South, and they lost in the NFL divisional game. Drew Brees retired March 14th, just last month. 80,358 yards, I said, most in yards in NFL history. And first-round quarterback Archie Manning. And last 4 seasons, 49-15 record, best in the NFL. And I think they're going to go with either I'm going to try to say a wide receiver or a linebacker they're going to go with. We will see. And the pick is in right now, and we will see what the pick is in just a moment. And I'm going wide receiver or linebacker, and there's a lot of good prospects for New Orleans. So we will see who they will take, and but I think this might have been a good pick for the Carolina Panthers who trade. I think it was a good pick, and I think it was a good thing that there was a trade. So this was a good pick. So actually, it's not a surprise. I think I knew. I had a feeling Carolina was going to take him, and he was somebody I talked about last night as well with Matt Murphy and Joe Monahan, and I think we'll see what. He's going to really be a good addition to the Carolina Panthers. He can really put big numbers up, and he can really be tough on the quarterback and on the offense. So we're waiting for. There's still a lot of Ohio State players, and running back Trey Sermon is one of them that have not been selected yet. And Saints pickers, and we're still waiting for that to come in just a few moments. And we will find out who that pick is they have selected. And hopefully one of these quarterbacks will get off the board tonight. We'll wait and see. And we will see how this will this is going to prevail. We're going to find out right now who the Saints have selected with the 60th pick in the NFL draft in round 2. They have said Pete Warner, linebacker, Ohio State. And I think that was a good choice. Because they do need a linebacker. And finally, we get an Ohio State Buckeye player to go off the board. And I said none of them. Now we just got one that went off the board. And now we're up to pick number 61 in round 2. The Buffalo Bills are back on the clock right now. But Pete Warner had 185 tackles in his career. And he's going to be a good addition to the New Orleans Saints and really put up big numbers. Buffalo's back on the clock. That's a Gregory Rousseau last night. They were 13-3, first in the AFC East. Lost in the AFC Championship game. But Buffalo now has Mitch Trubisky, so he will not be with the Bears. They have wide receiver Emmanuel Sanders, Jacob Holster, and they were back in the AFC Championship game for the first time since 1993. And 5 out of the last 6 first-round picks have been defensive players for the Buffalo Bills. And I think they're going to go with a running back or a defensive tackle in this one. Last night, the Buffalo Bills did have one pick in the first round. There was a